Hey guys, what's going on? I have Bougie here. She is a young pup, 7 months old, and I was in the middle of working on the drop it command with her, so I figured I would stop and take a video to show you guys just in case any of you guys out there might be struggling with this. First thing I would say is if your dog is a resource guarder, say your dog likes to pick up items in the home or toys and stuff like that, and when you go to approach them, they're growling at you, or if they snap at you when they're chewing on something, then I don't recommend doing this at all. But first step would be is to pick all your dog's toys up so they're able to access them whenever they feel like it, so you don't struggle with this when you're not ready to train with your dog and work with them on this specific thing. Second thing would be is to pick a toy that is on the longer side, so don't use a ball. You want to use something that you can interact with the dog with and they can interact with it with you. So something that you can tug with and stuff like that. So something long like this or a rope would be perfect. And I'm going to show you how I would hold it, and then I'm going to actually show you with her how to do it. She's ready to go right here. So move over, girl. So what you're going to do is, say the dog's mouth is right here. What you're going to do is you're going to put one hand on one side, one hand on the other with the dog's mouth in the middle. And if you have a smaller dog, this is going to be a whole lot easier. If you have a big, strong dog, this might be a little bit difficult, but you can do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to play with your dog, get them engaged with it, playing with it, moving around for it, tugging on it, stuff like that. Then what you're going to do is get your hands in the position wherever the dog's mouth may be. I'm going to pretend the dog's mouth is right here just for showing purposes. And I'm going to glue the toy to my leg and I'm going to brace myself. So the dog's going to be tugging on it and I'm going to keep it glued against my leg so the dog's getting no give from me. There's no tugging action going on. And the whole point of this is when dogs play with a toy, it becomes like live prey, something that they can chase and grab and tug and thrash around. Basically, as they would do as if they were finding prey somewhere else. They would grab it, thrash it around, stuff like that. So this is what their toy is. So when the toy or whatever it is dead, it becomes not so much fun for the dog to interact with anymore. They don't want to tug on it. They don't want to pull it around or thrash around anyway. It becomes boring and they just let go of it, which is a key point for you to then yes, reward your dog, yes, and then give them the toy back to show them that was all we wanted them to do, was just let it go. So I'm going to visually show you that with her, and it's something that you can practice with your dog in your home, do it in a room where there's not a whole lot going on, have you and your dog on a leash just dragging, like I have Bougie here right here doing, and I have a toy, just one toy out that I want her to specifically play with me. So there's not a lot of distractions and stuff in the room for them to just leave and go do other things. So I'm going to move this and so I can show you guys. Okay. So I'm going to get her moving around a little bit, get her wanting to chase this toy. Good girl. She likes to tug around. So we'll get her playing. Good girl. Get her feeling the toy. Good girl. Good girl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and position myself so you guys can see. So as I'm tugging with her, I'm going to get my one hand over here, my other hand over here, and what I'm going to do is glue her to my leg and wait. Once the dog lets go, I give a brief pause. Yes, good girl. Give it right back to her, just like that. And when I'm doing this, I'm not looking the dog in the face. I'm not looking them in their eyes or anything like that. I'm not telling them to drop it. I'm not telling them to, it's fine, let it go. Nothing like that. I'm letting her work it out and let it go and showing her that this is the game we're playing right here and this is how you get it back. Good girl. I'm going to try it again. Yes. Oh, there you go. If anyone has any questions about that specifically, let me know. This is something that it takes a little bit of time to practice, and as your dog starts getting better and better at it, then you could start putting a word to it. Don't feel like you got to throw a word on it really quickly. Get your dog into the whole point of tugging and letting go, tugging and letting go, and figuring out the game. And then once they figure it out, then you can start putting words on things. But practice that and let me know if it helps.